Right, just want to have a quick chat about electric and the way it's going up in price in the UK. In fact, it's soaring through the roof. We don't have mains gas here. I don't think there's anywhere local to us actually that has mains gas. So we're dependent on electric, and we are still at the moment on grid, although we are looking towards moving more off grid with that. But mainly our electric is used for the running of the freezers, of which we have a lot. Let me show you. Right, this set of freezers in here, there's three of them, three big chest freezers. They're mainly used for, well, they are for our meat because we raise our own meat. So we've got those three, and we've got another two in the house, and then we have the commercial freezer over at the shop. So whatever electricity supply we have to make sure that it can support those freezers and we're not going to lose the meat. Now, in case of power cut, we have got generator backups. We've got a small solar generator, and which I use for iPads, iPhones, things like that. And we have a big diesel generator which we just recently got. Got another older diesel generator which we can use to power the electric fencing, because we do need to keep the electric fencing up and running with the buffalo. And we've got a smaller petrol generator, so we've got ample generators to keep everything running should there be an interruption to supply. But of course, you see my washing on the line there in the background. Drying by good old solar and wind power. So ideally we'd like to be totally off grid, but while we've still got all this building work going on, it isn't going to happen. We've got to get all that sorted first, and then when we do decide we're in a position to move forward with the rest of our plans going off grid, we'll be using the roof of this building here. We use this roof because it doesn't, you can't really see it, but one, it doesn't overlook any of our neighbours, which unfortunate, our neighbours have recently had our immediate neighbour, who moved in 18 months ago into this barn conversion next door, has recently had solar panels put on. So now my view, every time I step out my door, what used to be a lovely old stone barn with a Welsh slate roof is now, let me show you. In fact, right, this is the ugly eyesore we now view outside the back door. So that's it there in the background, and as you can see, it's very close to our boundary fence. There's nothing we can do about it. He's also had one of these air source pump thingies put in, so we're just waiting for that to fire up, and no doubt we'll have to put up with the noise of that. So it may be, once we've finished our building work, we look at moving, because this fella who moved in next door encroaches more and more into our lives and has absolutely no respect for anybody or anybody around them. So daily I just have that monstrosity now to look at. And his repair work to the walls is absolutely a shambles. The whole thing is a shambles, and how it's ever got past planning I don't know, but there we go. So anyway, back onto the subject of electric. So if we do decide to go down the route of solar panels, although if we move house that might wait and we'd do it at our next property, our other alternative is this building here on the side of our barn, which will be coming down and be made into an extension onto the house, a living room with or lounge with a big bedroom up above, and depending on the way the roof is done, it might be that solar panels are put in that on there. So yeah, so we do have lots of plans. I mean, at the moment, with the view outside my back door being such an eyesore, I have ordered some nice evergreen trees, and this autumn we will be pulling up that border along there and evergreen trees, which I have a lot of in my garden surrounding it. And you can see there's some of them over there, and we've got more up at the top of the garden, and I've got more down the bottom of the garden, so they're very much in keeping with. I turn around there, you can see there's some, they've all been planted since we've been here, but the ones I've ordered are actually faster growing, and if they grow and they screen what we have to look at each morning, then we might just stay on for another few years. So yeah, this new neighbour has caused a lot of disruption to our life, not just with that, and I know he's got every right to do what he wants to with his property within reason of planning, but there's been lots of other issues going on as well, and he does just make our life here very uncomfortable. Anyway, back onto the subject of electric. So in the meantime, we just have to grin and bear it, and of course electric prices going up, so we have to cut back on and in whatever way we can. So here's a few a compilation of short videos I've done over a few days showing the different ways we save on our electric, and we aim to use on electric less than, well, £4 is our limit really. We don't want to be using over £4 a day, but of course having the builders here, and they have a lot of power tools which are plugged into our mains and being charged up, etc, etc. So on the days they're here, our electricity usage does increase. So, but there's, you know, like they say, you can't make an omelette without breaking eggs. Yeah, so here's a few short compilation videos of our electric and what we're doing to reduce our electric usage and to keep our consumption to below that £4 a day limit when the builders aren't here. So right, we're monitoring the smart meter, and that shows us what we've used so far this week. So that's 4 days worth of electricity. We don't have gas, it is just the electric, and we try to keep it to we try to keep it to about £4 a day, but of course some days it will be higher if the washing machine's on, the hoover is on, etc. But this year we've used £1,335 worth of electric. 28p an hour is our usage. Our usage now 50p an hour. I have just put the washing machine on, and today so far we've used £2.06. On wet days, like today, washing gets hung on the airer to dry, and if it's a nice blowy dry day, then it all goes outside on the line. When the washing machine goes on, first rule is it has to be a full load that's in there, and the temperature here, for this program it comes on at 40, but I knock it down to 20, so everything gets washed at 20 degrees. Stove here is wood fired. That's all we burn is wood, and stove is for heating our water. It also heats the radiators upstairs. It's on a gravity fed system, pipe works there, so there's no electric involved at all, and of course we also use it for cooking. So the oven is on all day, and so if I just want to do one thing, I can just open the oven door and pop it in, but of course you do have to keep stove fed with logs. So, but yeah, especially during winter, stove is very efficient. It warms up the whole of the kitchen area, as well as when we turn the radiators on upstairs, all of the upstairs area, and all the hot water we could ever need and more. Our lighting in the kitchen area at the moment, and Martin's workshop, the barn, and the other work sheds down the bottom are all these energy saving A-rated fluorescent tube things. And in the lounge, here in the lounge, we have these energy saving light bulbs. I don't know how well you can see them. They're shaped just like a normal light bulb. I can show you down the other end on the one that isn't switched on. So they're just like a normal light bulb, but they're low energy use, and we usually just have that one on at the lounge area when it's needed. Something else we do, or we've started doing, we got ourselves a Jackery, a 500 watt solar generator, and I've been keeping it charged up. When it's nice and sunny, I take it outside and charge it up with the solar panel. Right, the generator is out in the morning sunshine. It is, what, 8:30 in the morning, and at the moment it's pulling in 16 watts, and we're up to a 25% charge. So, free power. Or Martin takes it in the car with him to charge up, and it's used for running or keeping the laptop charged up, iPad charged up, phones charged up. I also use it for recharging the torches. All our torches are USB rechargeable. And batteries for the sensor lights are also charged up off this. These little lights we use in the downstairs bathroom, the upstairs bathroom, and along the stairwell and the downstairs passageway. They're battery operated sensor lights, and they give off, as you can see, enough light for you to see what you're doing. So especially for trips during the night, it just saves switching on all the big lights. I'd be interested to hear if any of you got any other further hints and tips, etc. I know we're all in the same boat here in the UK with the energy crisis, not just the cost of living crisis, I should say. So we're all tightening our belts wherever we can.